Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how that I season my cast iron. Now I want to give you a really quick backstory as to why I'm having to season this cast iron muffin pan. Yesterday I made up my muffin mix, had it in my muffin pan, had the oven preheating, and it didn't preheat. You could touch the element, and I was like, oh no. And so I quickly got myself together and went to the local Walmart and bought a toaster oven, the biggest one they had. Well, my muffin tin would not fit in that oven, and so I had to dig out a really old non-stick muffin pan that's cheap and it doesn't bake very well. And so I said, well, I think I may have a cast iron one up in the attic. Well, I did, but it is in bad shape. So I had someone ask, I guess it was a month or two ago, can you show us how to season cast iron? And so I said, well, I'll just get the camera out. I'm going to have to do this anyway and season this cast iron muffin pan. So we have the part ordered for the stove, and I can't wait to have it back. I must be using it too much. I don't know. And but I do have this little toaster oven now, and I'm going to preheat it to 350 degrees while I am cleaning the cast iron. Now there's different levels of needing seasoned. There are times when you have to just strip down a cast iron pan. I don't really ever have that to happen. Usually what happens is it gets a little rust on it, it sits too long, and it just needs a good washing and then a reseasoning. That's what I'm going to do today. So we're going to go over to the sink. What I like to do is wash mine in hot soapy water, give it a really good washing. You can use a scrubber sponge, you can use a brush, I'm going to use like a dish brush, and just wash it really well. And then you want to dry it off. You don't have to dry it perfectly because we're going to stick it in the 350 degree oven for about 10 or 15 minutes until it gets really hot, and then we're going to put our seasoning on it and then get it back in the oven. So let's head over to the sink and get this muffin pan back on track. Alright, this is sufficiently warm. So now I'm going to put the seasoning on it. It's a mixture of, I can't remember exactly. I'll try to find a link for the one that I use and put it in the description box below. But it's a mixture of a couple of things, and it works remarkably well. So I'm going to get this on here, get it back in the oven, and then I'm going to let it stay in the oven at 350 degrees for 1 hour, and then I'm just going to turn the heat off and let it cool down until I'm ready to use the oven, which will be a few hours, and that way it can cool completely, and then it will be ready to use and non-stick again and perfectly seasoned. Alright, well that's all that I do to season my cast iron when it's a little bit rusty or it's just needing refreshed. And it's pretty easy, pretty hands off. So if you have a pan laying around and you're thinking it's looking bad, it's got little spots of rust on it, just go through these steps and you'll have it back in business in no time. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up down below. And if you enjoy videos on cooking from scratch, gardening, food preservation, and homesteading, please consider subscribing to our channel. We really appreciate that. And yep, that's all I have for y'all. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next video.